Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome down Family Firewood. We will get to splitting wood before this video is over, I promise. Just bear with me for a minute. I thought we'd do a 30, no, what has it been, 3 months? 3 months we've had this New Holland, and I figured we'd give you guys a quick review of the New Holland tractor and the service that we've gotten from Beauregard Equipment. As you saw from the thumbnail,
yeah, we needed to get our opinion out there because what we've just experienced is like, you won't even believe.
You can't make it up. I mean, really.
Again.
It's a great tractor, you guys. Other than when I bought it, I needed it to lift what my old tractor did. And they said it did, and it doesn't. Whatever, I'll work through it. I'm stuck with it, you guys, but I don't want to see somebody else get stuck with something similar. I mean, yes, the cab is nice. Heat, air conditioning, stereo, cushy seat. I mean, it's pretty. Until I work it. This isn't something I use around my dooryard. As you guys know, you see me working in the wood yard with it. It's not I don't go out and cut my grass with it. I don't use it just to plow my driveway. I work with it. When you work with things, you got to maintain it.
It sounds odd coming out of his mouth, but yeah, it's true.
I mean, I'm not the biggest maintenance guy. I'll grease things and whatnot and change the oil, or at least I thought I could change the oil in this.
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah, it's just changing the oil, right? We're going to show you guys some clips of this. Some overeducated, college-bound Nimrod from New Holland decided to put an oil filter where you can't get to it or find it. We literally had 4 of us in the shop and we couldn't find the oil filter. I mean, it's just a small area. I mean, you think you could see an oil filter. No. So we ended up having to call Beauregard. Got a hold of this service manager, the guy that's in charge of all this service. I mean, knowledgeable guy. He told me where the fuel filter was. And he's like, they're rather difficult to get out. I'm like, you think? There's hydraulic lines over them. There's electrical stuff. This is the weird part where I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with where they put the oil filter, because you shouldn't have to change and take off a hydraulic line. They said you could just turn it out of the way, but you can't get an oil filter wrench on it. And I bought every one that Napa sells down here, one at a time. I kept getting them, bringing them back. Nope, won't fit. Nope, won't fit. So I got $150. I mean, one of them filter wrenches was like $60.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I got a stack of those to move that hydraulic line. I have a typical wrench set that you'd buy at Lowe's. I mean, they go up to 1 1/8 inches. No, it's 1.5 inch line. Another trip to Napa, bought a great big monstrosity adjustable wrench. I don't even remember what that cost, but
I think that was one, like 30 bucks.
Yeah, I own one now because you got to take the hydraulic line apart. Anyway, that's New Holland's deal. But the funny part is the service manager tells me, yeah, they're difficult to take off. You just got to take the 2 fuel filters out of the way and it'll slide right out through. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, because the fuel filters are on this side of the tractor. There's 2 of them. And over on the other side is where the oil filter is, crammed under a bunch of stuff up near the front. So obviously he had the wrong diagram, or, you know, I mean, it doesn't give you much faith that service manager knows what he's talking about.
And that's from Beauregard Equipment, where the dealer, where we bought the tractor.
But fair enough. Obviously, I knew that he was wrong, and whatever. I will figure this out one way or another. But I did. I unhooked all this stuff, told him what I was doing. A lot of phone calls to Beauregard.
A lot.
So I call and ask him, how much oil do you put in it? Because in the manual it says 2.3 gallons. Fair enough. I call them, because it doesn't make sense. I watched the YouTube video, and another guy on YouTube, just a homeowner, put 1.5 gallons in it. Same machine. So I'm like,
better make sure.
I better make sure. Let's just call him. He says, yep, it's 2.3 gallons. Okay, fair enough. So we pull the dipstick out. We pour in 2.3 gallons.
Emphasis on we, because it did take two of
It
us
did take two
to
of us,
pour
'cause
oil.
you want to have a funnel with a small rubber hose the size of your thumb to weave in around and get through hydraulic lines and other lines down to where that is. You can't pour it, you can't just, even a quart, you can't just pour it
So
in.
Phil's holding the funnel in place while
Yeah,
I'm pouring the oil in.
It was a show. Pour in 2.3 gallons, take it out and go, oh, that can't be good, because the oil's starting to come out where the dipstick goes in. I'm no mechanic, but the oil's not supposed to come out of there, you guys. I mean, that's way over full. When you run them that way, you're going to blow something up or something bad's going to happen. So I call him back up. I'm like, hey, give you a second try at this. You sure it's 2.3? And he goes, yep, I'm looking at the diagram on my computer. And I'm like, how about you ask a mechanic that works here that actually has changed oil? You're the service manager, but no, it's 2.3 gallons. And I said, but it's coming out that fill. He's like, I said, that can't be good. And he's like, nope, that's not good at all. Okay, so do I just run it? Are you going to warranty it? Because it's going to blow up. We know what's going to happen. He's like, yeah, it's all warranted. That's what the manual says to do. We'll warranty it. I'm like, what a dingbat.
That was his best advice, evidently.
Wow. I mean, you're getting that kind of advice from the service manager, really? They're probably busy out in the garage fixing engines, because if they're giving that kind of advice to people. So I called up my buddy who is a road mechanic and works on tractors, excavators, all that stuff. And I told him, he's like, no, don't run it. Don't run it. I'm like, I already started it up and ran it for 5 minutes, because I'm like, this is going to make a great video. We're going to video this thing blowing up.
No.
But, and he's like, shut it off. Do not run it. I'll be over. Well, that was yesterday, but he just showed up this morning, and he's like, no. I don't care what the manual says. That's obviously wrong. Your service guy's wrong. You can't fill them up that full. So we brought it down. You'd think the dipstick would have a line on it. There's a hole in the bottom. Then there's another place where they cut it. There's another hole up on the top, and another place where they shaved it. So there's not like marks on it. So
Doesn't say full with a line.
Yeah, it doesn't say any of that. Tell you where to fill it to.
Crazy.
He's like, bring it to there, up to that top hole, and you'll be fine. He says, you can't fill it because it's going to blow every seal out of it. It's just going to. And you're dealing with a service manager who's probably not in charge of, he doesn't have the ability to really say that they're going to warranty it. So it's been an adventure, you guys. It's just everything I get near is like that for some reason. I don't get it, but
it's just been really in excess lately with the truck and
the truck, the stump grinder,
It's
the
just
truck, the excavator, the
crazy.
tractor. The only thing that hasn't broke down is the sawmill. The wood mines is still running great, but I've only sawed that walnut on it lately. Maybe I best stay clear away from the sawmill before I bust that too. But we're gonna go run this thing and actually get some wood put up. I've still got some of that ash on the trailer because we've been out of commission. We haven't been able to do wood for 3 days now.
We just more wanted to get the information out there just to save people that may own these or thinking about owning one. When your manual is wrong, that's a problem. And you spend a lot of money on this equipment, and that is just really, really shoddy.
You should be able to work on it. Oh, one more. Because I've had a New Holland, when I bought this one, or as I was buying it, I asked the salesman, I said, hopefully they've changed it. I says, the oil drain plug, did they make it so that it's just a wrench now, or do you need that fancy, it's like an Allen wrench, but it's huge, that nobody sells? And he's like, oh no, it's just a wrench. Fair enough. I never went under and looked. You want to go and look at that, because I crawled under it the other 3 days ago and looked up and said, yep, it's one of those Allen wrenches. It's a 12 mil. I had to call the service company up because the service manager didn't know. Big surprise. goes out and asks the guys in the garage, gets back to me, it's 12 millimeter. I go to the auto parts place, no, we don't stock those. Go down to the hardware store, no, we don't sell them, only up to 10 millimeter. That's big stuff. And I'm like, so we ended up ordering one, got one in, so at least I could drain the oil. But yeah, you'd think New Holland would put a bolt on the end of it that you could take off with a wrench, not a fancy tool that you have to order in.
Or at least include that little fancy tool with the fancy tractor that you just spent all your money on.
Maybe include the oil filter wrench that...
Possibly, so that would be good.
You have to contort your arm, your hands, and your body to get in there to the oil filter after everything's taken off. And then you're only moving that oil filter tops an eighth of an inch. And then you contort yourself again to get another eighth of an inch. It's just...
So we ended up, what, 200, close to 300 in tools.
Oh, probably $300 in tools.
Not counting the oil and the filter.
Yeah, that's not filter and oil. That's, yeah.
When we probably could have, taken it in, they would have probably done it for, $600 or something like that?
Probably.
We were close to that.
I think that's why they're building them that way. They don't want the average person to work on anything. They want you to pay the money to go in and pay them, I don't know, I think they're a couple $100 an hour in there.
Oh, I'm sure.
And if they send a guy out on the road, it's probably even more than that. So I just want to cut wood. I just want to go cut wood.
It's just absolutely ridiculous.
I'm done with it. It better stay running. That's all I got to say. Or we're going to park it next to the truck and go get a bag of marshmallows and some long sticks. They both got full coverage on them, so.
Well, anyway, after 3 days of messing with this, we're able to split wood now.
Yeah,
so.
We'll bring you. We've got some footage of yesterday, because that cord of wood that we had traded with my buddy Gary and Tammy, we come over and he helped me get all the vinyl siding on the place. So we'll show you some cuts of that.
And we took video of just showing you exactly how hard it was to get into that oil filter. Yeah. It's just crazy.
You can't believe it until you see it. Trust me. It's stupid. I've never seen anything like it. But anyway, I think we're good to go cut wood now.
That's good, and it's a great day. It's going to be like mid-40s today.
The front of the building's done. It's got vinyl back on. The door's trimmed out.
So got stuff accomplished even in the midst of this chaos.
Yeah, it's just been no wood cut for 3 days. And I'm jonesing to cut wood.
Got to get on it.
It's got to happen. All right, let's go after it and get some wood cut and split and stacked and all the other fancy stuff we do. All right, we'll be right with you here. Give us just a second to get geared up and we'll be at it full tilt. So this is going to go just cutting pieces to fit in between there?
Yep.
Nice. Did you get all that wood put in yet?
No, I did not get all that wood put in yet. No.
Did you get any of it put in?
I didn't get any of it put in yet. It was a late night.
You got to put Tammy to work. Get her going on that.
Exactly.
She can throw wood. I know she knows how to throw wood.
That's it. We'll get it done, though, I promise.
All right, let's get some of this cut up and start nailing, huh? And these are just going to fit like in between here. I know the ladder's right in the way, but gotta get another starter strip on this side over here like we got on this side and start going up through. Then we'll go over and probably going to do the same thing right behind the chimney. Don't you think, Gary?
Yep.
That'll work. Nice. You'd think it'd be rather simple to find, but nope. They have put that way up in the back here, underneath everything. It is right here, underneath of this big bracket. Let me move I've already unhooked the hydraulic line, because yes, you have to take hydraulic lines out of the way. And I would say this bracket's got to go too, for that oil filter to come up out of there. Because I didn't have a wrench to fit that, because I only have wrenches up to 1.125 and that's like 1.25 and I had to undo this electrical connection. I still haven't taken the bracket out yet, but I'll tell you what, it's been a challenge just to get an oil filter wrench in there. I'm just not happy, you guys. New Holland, you need to fix this. This is crap. Put an extension on that and bring it out where the average person can change their own oil filter. It shouldn't be this difficult, but I won't buy another one, I can tell you that, until that's fixed. That's crazy. I shouldn't need a new one. I would think this is gonna last me another 20 years, so maybe I'll be over it in 20 years. Maybe not. But I'm gonna keep puttering at this, and I might go out and help Gary hang some of that vinyl, and he's out there working by himself and up and down ladders, so he could probably use my help. Yep.
Yep.
All popped in.
Yep. Hit the wrong nail, Phil.
There you go. Yep, I got it in over here.
I don't think so.
There you go. That right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I got something sticking out over here. I got a nail sticking out the wall. Big bulge. Something. No, gotta pull it. Wait a minute. There we go. There was just a big nail sticking out, that's all. You good for
I'm good. Are you
nail it?
Nail it.
Perfect.
Just don't hit the wrong nail.
Wow, what are you doing there?
Well, I had a couple minutes. Gary didn't need me. He's doing some cutting, so. And we're still waiting for that Allen wrench socket thingamajigger to drain the oil, so we can't split any wood until the tractor's all back together. So I figured I might as well clean out the inside
Wait,
a little bit.
wait, what? You're cleaning your tractor?
Well, don't get too excited because the windows need to be done, and I don't have any idea how to wash windows. That's your department. You ought to be a pro at that, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Paper towels and some Windex. But
Wow.
clean it out a
Look at
little.
you taking care of your stuff.
It is. It's getting. I got most of the sawdust already blown out. But,
Wow.
I know I didn't get this side greased yesterday, so a little put in there.
Nothing weird with the grease fittings on this thing?
No, the grease fittings are fine. Grease gun was brand new. Took quite a while to get that to operate, but whatever. It's just standard for me.
So it's the operator.
Could be. I don't know. I don't have a lot of time on a grease gun. It's
Just ask Dana.
yeah. It's the one thing Dana said he wants when, if I ever pass away, he wants my grease gun because it's probably still new in the box. And I'm pretty sure I do have a few of them new in a box somewhere, but I don't know where they're at. So that's why we bought another new one. Well, Gary had to go run and get a new light fixture because this one's hasn't worked in a while. So I got some of these pieces sitting here that he had already cut. I figure I might as well just start putting them up.
Sure you know how to do that?
Well, I actually did go to school for this, but I just don't like doing it. Nothing to it.
Oh, well, I'm no dummy. I'm sitting in here staying warm while they're out there messing around with the vinyl. I couldn't be any help out there anyway, right? I'll stay right here.
All right, we got outside wrapped up, you guys, so I'm back to the tractor again, and the parts place said that that special Allen wrench 12 millimeter thing is going to be in here probably within the hour. So I did get the oil filter out and the new one in. It's not going to make video because a lot of bad words get said.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
They had said, I don't know if you can see it, but this is a hydraulic line that was over the top. But I don't know if you can tell, it doesn't go back there. And it's a short hose, so you can't bend it. Well, no kidding. Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
I've been trying this for half an hour.
Did you just get it?
It might be started. I'm not sure. I don't have much strength in that thumb. It might be started. But I had already called the mechanic, a road service guy that works on excavators, to come in and get that, because I've been like a half an hour and couldn't make it work to go on there. But for some reason, I turned the camera on and it's starting to go. I want to make sure it's not misthreaded. Wow, I would think that would, it's getting, I just got no strength in that thumb. It's turning though. I think I'm actually getting it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think I can put a wrench on it,
It looks straight.
put the electrical back. I've literally been fighting trying to put this back on here, you guys, for an hour. And that's when I called a guy that I know that does service on excavators and big stuff. And I'm like, I can't figure it out. And he said, you know, a couple $100, I'll come over and get that figured out. So, but it just figured it out. I was just going to show you guys that I couldn't actually put it on there, and now it's actually going to go on. So,
Well, that just doesn't happen to us.
no, that never happens. But what a challenge to change the oil in one of these. I would certainly not recommend. New Holland might make a good tractor, but they are not user friendly. If you buy one, I would certainly plan on having to spend $500 to $600 every time you change the oil to have them come out and do it for you, because this is a project. I mean, we're on day 2 of changing the oil, and I still don't have the oil drained out. I'm still got to get the right part to be able to pull the drain plug. It's just ridiculous. Okay, maybe turn it back this way. It's not going to be easy, but I figured that out. Now you can see why I had to pull this electrical connector, because you couldn't even get the oil filter in, the wrench in there to try and loosen up the oil filter. But this is slowly coming here, a little at a time.
Sure doesn't make you look forward to having to change the oil again.
Now, great design, New Holland. Not impressed. That's back on. Hopefully it's tight. Throw that down. Try and get my arm in around here. Pop that back on. At least we didn't have to take that whole bracket off. I figured that had to come out, but just the hydraulic line's got to get pulled out, that's all. And pull the electrical connection, and you can change your own oil.
All right, we just got back from buying the special tool to drain the oil in the tractor, but
Yeah.
wanted to show you the finished siding job that Gary did. Thank goodness that's all taken care of.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You got the light changed, but
Yeah, it's not real pretty, but
this is that is it, you guys. It's an Allen wrench on a socket, and hopefully you can see it good. I'm not sure. But you have to have one of them to pull the drain plug on one of these. You guys are gonna think I'm making this up, but I'm not. This is my world, you guys. We've been having problems with these levers. Maybe she can show it, that go to...
From day one.
It's been from day one they haven't worked good, but the levers that you pull down to lock on whatever attachment you're gonna have, be it the bucket or the forks. But with enough yanking, pulling, prying, moving stuff around, taking the bucket off, trying again, eventually we always get it. Well, I got an hour into trying to put these forks on, you guys. That's it. It won't go. I have tried yanking, pulling, bending. Just... I should have been splitting wood 2 days ago, but it's taken me that long to do oil changes, and maybe this tractor just doesn't like me, guys. And this probably isn't a New Holland thing, but it's on their tractor and it's what attaches to everything. I mean, I've pried so hard. I've even put a pipe on this. That's what you guys are going to say. Put a pipe on it and pry on it. Well, it'll bend the handle, you guys. And that's... I started to bend the handle and said, nope, that isn't going to work. I don't know. I mean, I think it's getting stuck down underneath in here where the pin comes down through. It just doesn't come out through, like they made the hole wrong. The only way I know how to do it is to get out the grinder and fix it, but maybe with new tractors you have to grind on them with a grinder to make them work. It could very well be. I mean, I didn't think you needed $300 worth of tools to change an oil filter and a 4-year college degree, but you do. So maybe you need a grinder on it. I'm not going to call Beauregard because I'm done with that. I could call them and ask them this and they would probably tell me it's 2 quarts of oil low to make the handle work. It's
Pretty much.
yeah, or they'd tell me it's an electrical issue and there's no wires to it either, guys. So they don't know what they're talking about out there. So I'm stuck with this piece of crap and I just got to make it work. So I would say I've pried and pulled and yanked, and I mean, what do we got? We got over an hour into trying to put these forks on, sitting here. And I finally said, that's it. Go get the camera, because this is crazy. I mean, there's no, it ain't going. And they're as simple as doing that and taking them off. I mean, it's not, I've been in here, it's not jammed up, because you can see the piston and it's all loose. Everything's loose like it should work. The only thing I can see is down here where it comes out, the hole isn't big enough and it just won't come out through. It's hitting the lip. So I guess we break out the grinder and grind on this brand new tractor. It's disgusting. Shouldn't have to. It's nuts. Don't buy one of these pieces of junk, I'm telling you. Before I start grinding on this, you guys, I'm going to show you what the problem is. It's a round hole, and up in is a round pin that comes down through. And if you can see right here, it hits on the top. And it hits on both sides because we've had problems with both sides. Just poor manufacturing is all it is. I don't know. I mean, it's not my fault, but it's got to get fixed. And calling Beauregard's not going to happen. I kind of gave up with, the third or fourth phone call. After that, I knew. So we're gonna just try and cut around here and make this a little bigger, I guess. I don't know. I hope it don't ruin it. I don't know. I've never done any of this stuff before. I'm a woodcutter farmer and shouldn't have to be doing this stuff, but I'd say it's part of owning a New Holland. So let's get after it. Let's try it. Nope. Still fetching up. All right, more cotton. Nope. It's starting to come. Wow, you guys. I don't know. It's down through, so I don't, maybe that's not what is causing it. I figured that's what it was. But it started through. I mean, and I put two. No kidding. I don't know what else. I mean, you can't. I don't think it's getting, if it's gone by there, unless there's a burr on that cylinder that goes up and down. Maybe she can show you. If you come in here with a camera, and you can see this cylinder, it's not moving very much. It won't move at all now, but there's nothing else to catch it or to stop it. I mean, all of this stuff is all moving. So it has to be down here. It has to be. I mean, there's a pin here, a roll pin in there, but that's not catching on anything. It won't get to that point. Boy, I don't know where to go from here now. I mean, I hate to cut out too much stuff out of there, but there's nothing else left to figure out. Wow. No kidding. I mean, is there a way to pry something? Let me go in and get some tools here and see if I can get some crowbars and make this happen. We got a hammer, we got a pry bar, and we got a bigger hammer in case the first hammer don't work. So, maybe some way to get in here and pry. Oh, there we go. Okay. So something's bent in there, I would say, and it's been this way since day one. Okay. Now, there it goes. That's how it's supposed to work, you guys. Now it's back to not wanting to go again. No kidding. It worked when I put the pry bar in behind it. And that shaft that, well, I can't make it come out, but this shaft that comes out, I'm putting a pry bar in behind it and prying out as I'm pulling down. And that worked last time. Let's try it again. There we go. Okay. I don't know how to fix this, but it once it goes back up, it's not going to work. But put a pry bar in there, and it works. I would say a pry bar is another essential piece of equipment to owning a New Holland. Wonderful. But we can get back to work. Maybe we can go cut wood now that the day's pretty well shot. So I just picked up the forks. This side was working fine. I think it was this side. Neither one of them want to work. Let's try the pry bar. There we go. Just got to have a pry bar in order to make all this work, you guys. That's what it is. Funny thing is, I don't see a holder to put the pry bar. If you need a pry bar to do this, you would think New Holland would have added a holder to put a pry bar there, but I don't see a holder. Maybe if any of you guys work for New Holland or Beauregard, put a word in. Tell them to put a holder for the pry bar.
Well, we had to do a little cleanup over at the splitter. It was really bad. That's the pile we added to, but got it all cleaned up. Phil's going to get the logs, and we're gonna get splitting, barring nothing else breaks down.
Alrighty then.
It's been a day.
Yeah.
It's been a few days.
Wow. You want to stack some wood?
No, I have to go home and do other work. I'm amazed that we even got this much done today.
I didn't think we were going to get any wood splitting done. Not the way things have been going here, but who knows? I mean, it's just, I guess that's part of having a wood business. I just didn't realize you needed a college degree to be in the wood business. Good grief.
Do now.
Yeah, mechanic school, and you got to be an engineer, and
I actually think after the last couple of days you are a certified mechanic.
I certainly have enough tools and to be a certified mechanic. I suppose I could be one on paper.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't like turning wrenches though. I don't like.
No.
I like breaking things. I don't like fixing things.
Well,
So,
you really weren't fixing anything. You were just trying to maintain it.
yeah, just make it work. Make it work. I mean, that's why you don't run. If you run old stuff, I fully expect to have to fix things when it's old, and yeah, I mean that's what old stuff does. You got to fix it, but not new stuff. I mean, between trucks and stump grinders and tractors,
All of it. Just all of it.
the only stuff that don't break is like the wood splitter. I mean, Dana built that. We built that. And
Why are you even saying that? Don't even tempt fate at this point.
I don't think you can break that thing. I could have, if it was going to break, I would have busted that thing by now.
I think you should stay away from the sawmill too for a while.
Yeah, I'm not going near the sawmill because we didn't build that. That could break. Yeah, yeah. We better just stick to busting wood. But
Yeah.
I don't know. You're gonna head home, I take it.
Yeah, I got a lot to do there, and we'll get back at it here tomorrow because we've got plenty of splitting to do.
I think we better put in a long day tomorrow.
Yeah, had a few unexpected days off.
We've been, I don't know how many days here we haven't been splitting wood, so it's got to happen. We got to start putting out the wood, and
Yep.
I mean, stuff's got to happen. You can't just sit there and be idle and fix stuff all the time. It doesn't work. So.
No. Nope.
We'll get an early start, and maybe we'll work late tomorrow, dear. What do you think of that?
Maybe.
Yeah, bring some snacks.
Yeah, I'll definitely need snacks. Oh, boy.
All right then. Well,
It's been a long one.
sorry I had to rant to you guys, but it just ticked me off.
It
You
just-
know?
Felt like people should know.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, and it wouldn't matter if New Holland had given me that tractor. They're going to get the same review. I'm going to bail it right to them. I mean, when it's a piece of crap, it's a piece of crap, and you can't polish a turd. So I think it was my father used to say that. You can't polish a turd. But,
All right, so we'll leave you with those words of wisdom from Phil.
all right, you guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one. How's that? Because I'm going to go cut wood if you're going home.
I am.
All right. Take care, you guys, and have fun.
Bye.